All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Castlevania Season 3, Episode 10. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Shit went down.
The last episode was just absolute unending chaos.
Yep.
Everything was really close to coming apart.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone went down. So many people. People that were dead. People that were...
restrained.
Well, yeah, on the hunt. Yeah,
yeah.
We're in for a double dose of the worst post-nut clarity ever.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yeah.
I still have some interesting perspectives on the Alucard situation, and I would like to almost have a little bit of a post kind of discussion with him when he's free, and then he's like I didn't want to do this,
Yeah.
and then either kills them or maims them.
Right.
Is like, I'll let the beast do it, or
sure, or the why? Come on,
or he yeets them out of the castle or something.
Yep, exactly. He just teleports out of the cables, and then they're like, "Fuck."
Yeah, I think they've got something to restrain his.
Right, exactly. It's more of a super speed that's magical. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
But also the portal has had energy sent to it from this ritual, which might then be enough to revive and resurrect and or bring forth from hell itself Dracula and his wife. Now, that's the thing. Dracula was the only one that, was mentioned this whole thing here.
Right.
His wife just happens to be there right now.
And they found each other. They seem to be happy
Very
together.
happy.
So
what would happen if you were reunited with your long-lost lover for years and years,
and then ripped away from them,
and then ripped away by someone in a
the real thing here is that this is just an opportunity where if they both go together, then they can get that chance to have their life all over again, and then Alucard can be with his parents
happiness
again.
Yeah. If
family.
Dracula came out of this and had his wife with him, she would be pointing at everyone, being like, "Fuck all of you," and then Dracula's just like, "Yeah, that's my wife," right there in the background.
Right,
It's like,
but it would be
that's right.
it would be "fuck all of you" as verbal, not bloody evisceration, from vampire claws.
Yeah. And then he would take her in his arms and they'd be whisked away, and they'd be like,
"That
okay,
was
so that
supposed to go like that."
That happened.
Okay.
So now what? I don't know. I guess.
Yeah. Yep.
But imagine if he does come back without his wife.
No, yeah.
Would he just immediately himself Dio style, or would he be like?
They'd have to use some kind of Gios, ritual. We bind you to our will or something. Otherwise, I think he would just do that. He'd be like, "No, I'm going back to sleep. Fuck off," and that'd be it.
Just, and then,
basically, yeah.
So, y'all. Without further ado, let's get into this.
If I have to call you sir, I'm going to give up and live in a ghost town with a mad magician woman who would probably eat my eyes while I sleep.
Whoa.
Oh, damn, that's a big one.
Big boy. She is good.
No more destruction. No more fires. Kill the people, but leave the city standing. Tell the others. Perhaps others will occupy this city one day. Or perhaps it will become a monument.
All right.
So this.
What the hell is that? Well, that is very probably actually hell.
All right.
Oh shit! Yeah,
All right, we got a
you got
boss
this
fight.
thing to deal with.
And it's roided out on souls.
Oh.
All right. Are here.
All right.
It's a portal to hell, so.
Yep. More of those guys. Okay.
Yep.
Always.
Sypha's gonna have to go so off right here.
Yep.
Hey, they're already split up. This is...
It's fine.
Oh my god!
Okay.
It just absorbed her fire like it was nothing.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah! Oh, the weight
Use
of
my
that
weapon
thing.
to grab another weapon.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
All right. And
Up the butt, icicle up the butt. Oh!
triple kill.
Fatality.
Yeah.
That's a spellcaster. Hey, can you shoot him for me?
Right.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Uh-huh. But wait, he's gonna try and guide it to somewhere else.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, damn.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Whoa! This action is too good!
You thought Sypha was gonna have to pop off.
This guy's still
he's just
casting his
still channeling.
Kamehameha!
Delayed blast fireball. Wait, is that
like
actually just like a
antimatter.
black hole or something? Is it trying to suck her in?
Maybe he lost concentration, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Use
okay,
the
so
pillar. Yeah. Eyes
oh,
of the
is he
coin
gonna
to
go
the head.
inside it?
Oh! Pushed
okay.
it all the way
All right.
through!
All right. I don't think that's enough.
Oh, and the fight's over.
That's
Sala, you fuck.
oh shit.
Bastard. You bested me. Well done. But you may not win the war.
This is metal as fuck.
Field into the woods.
Okay.
Go right at the fork and over the creek until you reach the apple tree. Stand in front of it. Why would you tell me this?
What he told the kid.
It turns out that you were the better judge of all things. Run, Sala.
What?
I'm
Huh?
now questioning some things.
Yeah.
Huh. Is Sala an unruly child? Oh!
Okay, no, it's just a
Oh.
graze. Just a graze. It's fine.
This
it's fine.
guy is just infinite arrow works.
Yep. Yeah, she's gonna electrocute it. Yeah! Yeah! Oh, that's that crazy look.
Ooh, the music changed.
Oh,
Dual wielding!
Yes!
Oh!
Okay!
Oh!
You were
Let's
holding
go!
out on us!
Let's go full Dark Souls, baby! What?
I love that the reasoning
Split
for
the
this
spell with his
would
his
just
whips.
be it'd make it too easy if I dual wielded all the time, you know? Oh.
Oh!
Oh shit!
Oh, let's go! Oh, here
Alright,
we go.
yep.
Yeah. He's going through.
Huh, wait! Finish it!
Jesus.
Holy shit! What was that? What was that?
You've been lying to us.
I have not.
You have. Everybody lies to us.
Yeah, he's trying. Yeah.
Everybody hides things from us.
I gave you everything.
No, you didn't. Nobody does. We have been lied to and cheated across half the world. Do you expect us to believe you're different?
I tried to be.
Yeah. He did try.
Yeah.
I know your lives have been hard, but the world is not against you.
Yeah.
I am not against you.
Yeah. Nice.
Cool.
I told you my father didn't like magical weapons. I did not say I didn't use them.
Cool.
Yeah. Fucking idiots.
Yeah.
I never lied to you.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm very curious.
Sala.
Where is he?
Wait, you have? Oh shit. Yeah, he's following his instructions.
Oh shit.
Oh my god. Yeah, man.
Yeah, buddy.
He wanted to trust them. I
Uh-huh.
think he just took a big risk because he was so lonely because of the loss of no longer being able to be with Sypha and Trevor, and then it's just
I love that we don't get any sound there.
yeah, he ignores all the warning signs and everything, and
This thing's been used a lot.
yeah.
What are those small bones?
Yeah.
Animals?
No.
Yeah.
It's actually still standing. Should we burn down one of the few buildings left?
Well,
It was his last request.
Fuck
Let's
him.
go in.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
him.
Yeah,
Let's go in
exactly.
and look.
oh, wait, and there's a key just sitting there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Here, every little
Yeah.
story is a huge thing. Lost
A
child.
lost child.
I
Yeah.
have to say, running a town does not sound like it's fun.
It has its little pleasures.
Wow. He did have a bit of a control thing.
Yeah.
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 He was the judge,
Yeah.
and he found his little pleasures.
Damn.
She's like, and fuck this house in particular.
Right. Extra hot fires. Yeah,
This is why we can't have nice things.
exactly.
I want to leave here.
Yeah.
And that's that makes it triple.
Morana's a genius.
It was all my idea, though.
Leave it, Striga.
Your
Fuck off,
idea
just-
was the equivalent of the village idiot walking in here and saying, I think we should be able to light fires by punching a fish. It basically made no sense, and Morana made it work anyways.
Yeah.
How could you possibly know that?
I am a genius.
You're all brilliant. Stop bickering.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's he doing here? Lenore, this is our room.
Catch?
What's this?
Well, we have a few vampire magicians here. I had one of them make those.
Striga almost had him staked out in the sunlight over Christmas after he melted down her old armor to make himself new feet.
Excuse me?
Yes. He was inside me at the time. So, as you know, when Hector forges a night creature, they are loyal to him.
Uh-huh.
But now, he is bound to me through the spell on these rings. All these rings are linked.
But
Where the
how?
ring and his night
Yeah,
creatures will be
like-
loyal to you too.
Wait.
That is the most obvious con.
Wait. No.
His ring will cause him so much pain
Oh.
that he'll think he'll have shut out his own heart. Problem solved. He's going to live just as well as we do, and he's going to have freedom of the castle.
Oh, I don't think so.
I do. Morana will... Shh. The real people are talking.
Oh my god! Cause she basically just pulled a Sauron. Like,
Tricked me and made me your slave.
I
We
did
already
no
were.
such thing.
My life is over.
Your life is saved, Hector.
it's just beginning.
And I gave you what you always really needed.
Because he does have security now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Could
exactly.
not have gone more wrong.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
What happened?
You've spent a couple of months living your life. Adventures and victories.
Oh.
Damn.
Now, We're living my life.
Yeah. Not by choice. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That, yeah.
The Belmont life.
Yep.
Everything sucks. People hate you. A lot of people die.
Well, I suppose I could have put up big signs all over the place. Do not enter, danger of death, abandon all.
Did he put their bodies on display? Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean...
The Impaler.
But this seemed to work well enough. For dead old Dad.
Cinema.
Okay.
Cinema. Yep. That's how you end the season.
Well,
Y'all, Castlevania just went out the gate again with a crazy episode.
Yeah,
and this is, as a finale, this was nigh perfect. They resolved everything I wanted to have resolved, except maybe like one or two things that are like more, they lightly touched upon it. And then with the other stuff, they brought in some new things that were really well established, but okay. Yeah. We're ready for a instead of a new adventure, it's the Belmont misery trip now.
Exactly. So okay, all three of our main characters that went off on their own,
they were broken.
You know, and
they're gonna get back
cool.
up, but
they're gonna get back up. Hopefully, get back together, maybe.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Okay.
In fact, because this was something that I was worried about at the end of season 2. This now actually makes sense to have happen at the end of season 3. Is having a time skip, because
yes, that's true.
There's
because end of season 2 makes sense. New dynamic, new status quo. End of season 3 also new dynamic, new status quo.
Right, but in some ways they reinforced even harder the worry that I think we had about the end of season 2's status quo shifting. And except they only jumped forward like a month, whereas this one I could see them jumping forward like a year.
Yeah, because the season 2 status quo shift is mostly a shift in environment and circumstance
and immediate conflict goal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas and then because of that it was shorter, and because it didn't have the shift in character.
Right.
And then with the new season, we get to see post time skip what that shift in character is, right? We get reintroduced to all the characters because they've changed a bit and how they interact with each other. Awesome, right? And now at the end of this one, we have them all go through a shift in character before there's also then the shift in circumstance.
Which is in a lot of ways coming back full circle to where they were at the end of season 2, but with a change in who they are.
Right.
So
actually, wait a minute, no, there's almost no change in circumstance.
No,
it's
I know.
Purely
that's
a
what I'm saying.
It's
purely changing character. That's
because
like
for all of them, they're kind of in the same place that they were when they started. It's just that they're different people now.
Right. There's a dark kind of fog of dreariness, I would say, over this cast here, because what they all went through basically was trusting humans. They all went through opportunities by which they tried to do that.
Yep.
Every single one of the characters, and every single one of them did not basically succeed in getting what they wanted out of it.
They were proven. The people that they were trying to trust were proven to be not trustworthy.
Not trustworthy. Yeah. And while there were some odd kind of differences in the cases, like with the idea of Saint Germain or Saint Germain, his sussiness might not be a problem right now necessarily, because he's out of the story.
He had his own thing that he wanted to do. It was private, so he didn't bring it up right away, but he eventually was upfront with them about it, and he didn't fuck them over to do it.
Right.
I like that it's the
Thank you.
I am trying to change. I am trying to close the gate, but I can't. Or I'm trying to change the gate.
I'm trying to get through the gate to the spot that I was at a long time ago, but I can't do that. So I'm gonna kind of use all this suffering to get what I want.
Right, but it's the suffering's already happened, and the thing that he is achieving is still the keep their original goal of opening up the portal to summon Dracula and all that stuff. He kept it from happening. And the bit of Dracula like reaching the hand forward, that was very interesting. Like
it's like he almost didn't know what it was. Like he's like,
sure,
what is that? Like from his perspective, it might have been just a light was starting to form, like a slightest bit of pink light, you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
And then he's like, no. Creature, I need you to get over here and see this. I'm going to overwhelm your vision with what I see, you know?
And then he does the thing. He changes the portal's location, goes through, and it closes, and there you go, right? Awesome. But then you have, no. It's the judge that was untrustworthy the entire time. And, like, it felt overwhelmingly obvious with the voice actor and the fact that he's all cloaked in black and like,
There's so many things about his character in retrospect that when you look at them collectively, you're like, oh yeah. But the thing is that he was so friendly and trustworthy to our main protagonist in some ways that we didn't have to basically look at him through that lens. I think there's something actually really, really good about that, that kind of perspective to think about, is the idea that when people view humans, it's kind of the Armin Attack on Titan thing. It's like people often say that, you know, you're a good person because you're doing things for me. And in a lot of ways, that's how we viewed the judge. Hey, he's a good guy because he does good things to the characters that we like. But there were things about him that were like,
obviously sketch.
He's a bit totalitarian in the way he controls the town.
Yep.
He's very, very strict. Oh, okay. Well, he's dealing with night creatures and stuff. Well, is he though? Because there's no walls. He has a good militia, but we've never seen a night creature attack here. Now that might be because the night creatures were being, you know, kept away for
they're doing their job very well or something, you know.
Yeah. But then all the little things, the moment with the kid back a few episodes ago was something where I was like, huh.
Right. And the thing is,
it seemed a bit odd, but I didn't think, Pit with spikes.
Right.
It he's sending the kid off to die.
What it seemed like to me was this is showing his contradiction.
Yes.
He'll get very pissy with kids. Oh, you're running around in the street and having fun. I've told you not to do that. But yeah, okay, there's an apple tree over there. Nobody knows about it. It's really good stuff.
Right.
You know.
In some ways, he's basically like the worst I was thinking that was possible was he was basically saying, if an accident happens out there, I can't be held responsible for it because it happened past the area that you said.
Not like, my division, not my jurisdiction.
Right. It was basically okay, kid, I'm going to let you roll the dice. We'll let God decide your fate. It's basically saying, because he said something like, go past where your parents told you to go. Which is basically saying, I'm going to have you break the rules. And my thought at the time was he was basically saying, let's see if God judges you.
Sure, that way you learn not to break the rules or something like that.
Well, you know? No, like that if an accident happens in the woods, you get eaten by a night creature, too bad. Oh, no, too bad. But if he comes back with an apple, then he's all like, oh, okay, cool. The dice were lucky for you this time. Go about your day. That's cool.
And the fact that was the worst tree, it's like, okay, yeah.
He tempted him with the...
Right, exactly. It's very, very on point there.
Yeah. But then Alucard...
But then, but before we move on to the judge, one of the things that I really...
past the judge, yeah.
No, before we move on from the judge.
Okay, you said move on to the judge. Sorry, I got confused there.
Yeah. One of the things that I really liked about how this was set up, I was a little bit unsure in the episode because I'm like, oh wait, he's a serial killer all of a sudden. Like, oh okay, you know, he's doing all this, he's doing all this stuff. That felt potentially unnecessary, but at the same time, one of the things that this show has worked to establish is that it's a very dark world. They're talking vampires and people, right? There's monsters in all shapes and sizes. And the idea of him being sus originally in the season was something that I like.
It was like a meta thing more than a
exactly.
Than a story thing.
I didn't want it to be something where it's like, he's a twist bad guy, because they made it so obvious that he had all of the traits that you would normally assume to be the bad guy. He's the strict ruler that dresses in dark clothes and is voiced by, one
of the most iconic villain voice actors.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So it's like all of these things where it's like, okay, this guy is obviously sus, but please don't try and make it be some kind of twist reveal or whatever, because that would be too obvious, right? It wouldn't be satisfying, especially when we've got all this cult stuff going on, right?
So no, he's he's actually a really solid guy for helping deal with the cult because it goes against his motivations of wanting to have peace in the town.
And that is a believable person to exist in this world.
Yes.
Because I'm sure even if they aren't dealing with night creatures right now, they probably had to at a point.
Yes.
And so the idea that the insanity, if you will, could creep in, and suddenly he takes this crazy dark turn. Maybe he was always like that. Who knows?
Maybe he was always like that. Maybe this is also like a thing that he really, really, really hates about himself, and yet he still does it. It's a thing where he was like, please burn down my house.
Right.
Not because he's going to be alive to, care about the shame. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy that ever actually had a family. So no, he could just be doing this as like, hey, no, I don't want people to know basically what a horrible person I was, like
Sure.
yeah.
Well, also maybe I also want to be judged.
Yeah.
The moment where he goes and drinks by himself, that takes on a whole new meaning now.
Oh, sure.
The fact that he used spikes specifically when we see someone else who we very much care about, who in solitude ended up putting people on spikes for a very good reason for these first two.
Yep.
And potentially, this guy maybe even had very good reasons in a similar way for his first one or two.
Yeah, maybe there was someone who was like someone who was like harassing the town or what have you, and he and it was like some kind of highwayman who came through and was like kind of marauding, but he was doing it in like a generally like
like he can't exactly
he towed the line basically.
Right, he can't get him within the confines of the law, but the thing is that they're in a situation
where
there's a constant life or death potential struggle because of outside forces.
Yeah, but then he lost his humanity somewhere along the way and ended up then becoming a psycho child murderer.
Right.
Yeah.
So it is something that is believable, plays into the themes of the story and the world, and also is in parallel with the development of another character.
Yes.
And then the fact that it's something that was so disconnected from the main plot also makes it that much more chilling.
Yeah.
Because it's it doesn't have to be anything related to monsters and cult sacrifices or whatever. There's just a dude somewhere, and those people are out there, and you know, hey, what do you do?
What do you do?
Right? And he actually, probably knew a bit of what he was doing and how fucked it was, right?
Oh, absolutely.
He left the key there in plain sight so that if he did die there, maybe they would go back and see it. But then he's like, wait a minute, no, I actually want you to burn it.
Which maybe by saying that, he guaranteed that they would go and check his place.
Sure.
So that he would discover it and he would be discovered.
Right, like there's all kinds of different potential things to read into with that.
Yeah,
and there you go.
But yeah, that's just a fun thing that happened this episode. Also, the idea of Taka and Sumi being ones that then reveal that their motivations was one of greed. It was very simple. They were basically upset that Alucard didn't share everything, which no, he didn't.
Right.
But, in relationships in general, There's boundaries and also there's progression. You don't immediately jump to all that stuff there. You guys weren't actually together that long.
Nope.
This screams to me of basically like a psycho, significant other basically being like
a possessive girlfriend and
anyone.
No, I'm trying to make a reference.
Let me take my point to it. Hold on here. Is basically that they end up taking ownership of Alucard to the point where they're like, how dare you not give us everything?
Right.
And then he's like, no, you don't understand. I gave you my trust. That is everything.
Yes. Yeah.
And they betrayed that, and all till the very last second until they were about to kill him, did he give them basically the second chance. And I loved that Taka specifically saw the genuine emotion in the way that he spoke, and then he's like, of course you did. Of course you did. And just spat on it, basically. So the fact that when he flinches and then he's like, no, I can't, and then sword just comes through. I was like, I forgot about the sword.
Right, I totally forgot
about the sword.
Yeah. And also, I love it because that's something that he specifically didn't show to them.
Yep.
Right? And it's a wonderful way to like potentially bait the audience with Alucard's in danger, but we know meta-wise he's going to be okay. But it's also but how closely have you been watching? Because he has a thing that is perfect for this kind of situation, right? They don't know about it, so he is not in any actual danger, right? Like
we couldn't remember basically that this was a thing that was always around him. We just knew, well, it's Alucard. He's going to be fine. Who cares about Taka and Sumi?
Right, exactly.
And then it's the, oh, no. We don't have some Deus Ex Machina.
No, we know exactly
we showed
why he's
him
fine.
trying to do the teleport shifting, like, phased vampire thing, and it didn't work.
Just escape, de-escalate, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, it didn't work. And also, the fact that they essentially were just grave robbers, right?
Oh, yeah.
That just came in, that also reinforces even more of why he might turn into his dad.
Yep.
Because what
said.
did we see of Dracula? That it's the untrusting, it's the, I have to keep all of this stuff, protected and close to the chest because I know what humans are like, I know what they're after. Well,
he gets it now.
Yeah.
And put them up on spikes. Very, very much, I would say, because Dracula was
Vlad the Impaler.
Yeah, Vlad the Impaler from that regard. Vlad Dracula Tepish.
Right,
so
and
now he's basically like, now I pay homage to my father through this bit here.
And I love that they even reminded us, like, hey, by the way, yes, Dracula, but he does go by another name that they referenced earlier, where it's like, oh, bringing back Vlad Tepish. It's like, that's right.
Right.
Yes. Indeed.
I loved that we were baited also with the Dracula coming back kind of thing as well.
Right, because of course he's not coming back.
It's like, no. That
the cult wants him to come back, but story-wise, hell no.
Who cares about the cult?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
The cult is there to introduce this infinite gateway tunnel thing, like that infinite corridor. Like that whole thing there is a crazy bit of world building. And now that's just there. So if we want to have future conflicts that can basically come about that don't necessarily have to be directly involved to the actions of the characters, which means we don't have to spend time in season 4 waiting for our main characters to mess up in some way so that a conflict arises. No, we can just have something come through the infinite corridor, and then it's like, oh shit, that's right. Or we have Isaac basically come back with a vengeance through the mirror. He leads an army that ravages the whole land, and
that was probably the weirdest thing to me of this episode.
Yeah,
is the fact that we have early on in the episode, like one of the first things we see is Isaac finding the transporting mirror, and it's giant, and it's
huge.
It's huge,
which means it's ready for an army to walk through.
Exactly. Now, granted, I guess maybe it would take him time to go to all of the 100,000 people and just stab. But I was kind of expecting there to be a bit like at the end of the episode where it's like, yes, this is our plan. It's perfect. We'll build a house for him and all that stuff, and then. Why are things rumbling? What's that noise? And then suddenly,
rumbling.
Yeah, exactly.
Big
and then they're just like, this is problematic, But
Isaac's like, all I ever wanted to do was serve my king.
No, wait, but
never wanted to.
But the problem is, Caleb, Isaac doesn't have any hair. He doesn't have the long locks.
No, you just show him growing up, really quickly.
Yeah, there you go.
But no, I love that because Hector thirsted so badly.
See,
he's now here in this situation, which I guarantee, unironically, there were probably people in the fandom when this came out that were like, yo, I'd do anything to be in Hector's position.
No,
like, straight up.
I could see that too, but one of the other things that I kind of like about this maybe this is me reading into it too much.
Okay.
But when in the throes of passion and power dynamics get fun and something that you and your partner can play with and everything, that can be something that is good to talk about and make sure that there's like mutual understanding and boundaries and all of that stuff within that. And
then the fun can happen.
Oh, yeah. And it can be great. But in this situation, it's something where the boundaries weren't talked about.
Nope.
And in this particular situation, well,
he got fucked.
And it had a bit more of a permanent consequence than just some temporary, like, wait, hold on, I haven't thought about how I feel about this before it happened, like, wait a minute.
It's like the worst post-nut clarity ever.
Yes.
Like, it's so bad. And the fact that she is so giddy talking about all this to the point where she kind of shuts up Carmilla, I really liked that because...
The power dynamics shifted.
Well, the power dynamics shifted, but also I really, really liked the way in which Lenore came in basically with the offering of, hey, you're all pretty. Let's
I'll be the
stop
reasonable
Victor.
one.
I'm the reasonable one.
And the one leading the situation.
Well, the one leading the situation, but also if the rings do as she says they do, which I believe they would, because now that I think about it a little bit more, there's no way she's scheming to have them all Sauron style put on rings. And she's like, and I have the one true ring. But if Striga just sensed even the slightest bit of, treachery, she'd pace to me. So I understand that. Look what I have to offer now. Will you take me a little bit more seriously now rather than thinking like, oh yes, this was your plan? No. I am a cold bitch. I made this happen. So let's have some fun now, sisters. We win. Yes. We can build an unlimited army now.
But I want to throw something out there.
Yeah.
So one, this did a lot to make me appreciate the situation a lot more than I thought I would from the previous episode, because I really liked the angle that Lenore had been being portrayed in. And I didn't want it to be something where it's like, that was all a ruse, and so now we're going to basically backtrack on all of that, and then we'll have to get to know the real Lenore all over again or whatever.
Right.
No, it turns out she was manipulating Hector, but that is still how she thinks. Yes, you will be in a gilded cage, and it'll be great, but this will be a very firm, locked cage. You are not getting away, no chance in hell.
Yeah, you're going to be comfortable.
Right, but you will be comfortable. You are going to get something out of this.
I am going to bed you quite a bit. I'm going to teach you.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Okay.
Oh, God, this is...
Right, even the other vampires were like, okay, we did not need to hear that.
Yeah, that was a lot.
But one of the other things that I think is interesting here is that previously you had a situation where the vampire sisters, not really Striga and what's her name? Marana. But Carmilla and the other two were having trouble basically acknowledging the talents and contributions of each other.
Yep.
That is the kind of thing that if allowed to run rampant could cause them to turn against each other potentially.
Strife,
Right, strife and all that, right?
Yeah.
However, in this situation, then you have someone come in that has something that's so overwhelmingly helpful, right, that they cannot deny how awesome it is, right?
Yeah.
And in fact, the only way in which, because she comes in with the power dynamic, she is the only one that controls him, and she made that abundantly clear.
Yeah, but the rings, if they were to wear them, would give them also control over him.
But do you know what that is?
What?
She is condescending to allow, to bring them up to her level. That is not something that is happening because of their own accomplishments or achievements. She is giving that to them.
Yeah, it's a gift.
Right.
Yeah.
It is a gift.
In the same way that Striga comes in with mercenaries, she's not saying... Because I think that's a thing that we can kind of end up focusing a bit too much on, is the idea that if someone comes in with a power dynamic into a collective like these four and basically says, I gift something to the collective, they're trying to make a power play. No, all she's doing is just giving them the gift of, I got Hector. Your plans were kind of dumb, so I just did this one and it works.
Totally. But the fact that they were like, oh yeah, we didn't like this enchanter dude, so we should probably like get rid of him or whatever. And then she tells them, I made a bunch of slave rings. Can you wear them for me, please? Oh, trust me though, they'll give you control over this so that way, we all share the power.
Yeah.
If she, not that this is necessarily what's going to happen or anything, but if she just wanted to, she could just have them be also slave rings that give control over Hector. But then also, if at any point she can get them to say something, then there you go.
Yeah.
Like
that's possible.
Yeah.
That's possible.
So, and I just that was I really liked seeing all of that happen. And
yeah, I got you. But I think that's a bit of a thing where we're trying to grab more of our kind of read on Lenore and put it into the situation rather than actually what she's doing. I think that if she was doing that again, it doesn't make sense from an intelligence perspective, because all you would do, none of them put the rings on. They were just looking at it like, wow, okay. All it would take is basically just to be like, okay, Morana, I love you. My darling, my beautiful
right.
one. Which of us will wear it and which of us will kill her if she does the thing here? Okay, I will test it. You're a beautiful. It's like, love you. And it's like, okay, wear it. I fucking hate Lenore. And then it's like, okay, she's going to die.
And then that's why you have delayed enchantment / poisons, because otherwise, how will you get a bunch of people to partake of it?
Right. But it's basically the idea that it would dramatically lower the intelligence of the three of them
to tell them
this
is
that,
what it is and how it
and then
work. Yeah.
assume that they're gonna then put it on later, like off screen effectively,
Right.
when they literally made a point to show that none of them put it on, meaning that they're like, wow, this is amazing. They're more just in shock that she successfully did this and worked it out.
She's girl bossing very hard right now.
She's girl bossing so hard
that they're uncomfortable.
That they're uncomfortably jealous. They're like, wow, I fuck,
Also,
why didn't I? Damn it, am I not as smart as Lenore? Like,
and girl, don't you think you might be taking it a bit too far?
right.
I mean, we want to conquer the world and everything, but chill.
Right. I almost love the solidarity that they all show together, where it's we bicker, we bitch, we fight, and all that. But I mean, come on, we're sisters. We're not by blood sisters, but by blood. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then it's the Striga Morana thing, where they're like, y'all can whine and all that stuff, but like, we actually are in love. Like we
They were whining. Yeah. They are sisters by blood.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it felt very cool to have all the humans in this instance here get tricked or be tricked by humans, and then have trust be the thing that then they're going to abandon with Sypha and Trevor as they move on into this next adventure, which isn't an adventure.
Nope.
It's the idea of we're going to live my life. And I
was great.
I really feel like it's a really genius line, because there's some ways in which I could see it being slightly misinterpreted, but by the way that he's phrasing it, by contrasting it with, we lived your life, now we live mine. Not saying that we're going to never trust people again. It's saying that now, because we lost everything, and this is probably going to get blamed on us. Like, let's be real here.
Potentially.
Sypha is a powerful fire magician.
Yeah.
And she did burn the buildings and stuff. And there will be some people that very much, tell the story of what happened.
Yeah, it's just this town is gone. Oh, fuck, what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, you came from the direction of that town? What happened?
What happened? And it's like, well, there was a demon portal and shit went wild. Yeah, maybe you should leave. You might be someone that brings that kind of stuff.
Exactly. And then back to the Belmont,
Exactly.
kind of reputation. People don't like all that stuff. And it's...
But he's with Sypha.
He's with Sypha.
Sypha. They get that bit there.
Exactly.
Which is wonderful.
Yep.
Yeah. There's no... I think this is also just another thing Castlevania just does really well, because this isn't really the season specifically, but there's a lot of melodrama that I feel like you could take out of this season specifically that I feel like it's an undue criticism. Because if you look at a lot of the ways in which the conflicts are started, it's because of people having motivations that kind of, by the sake of the way they were brought into the story, just don't line up with the other people in their environment. And yet you have Sypha and Trevor that are just like, no, we're happily together. There's no nonsense bullshit melodrama between us. It's banter and fun, and it's shit's whack out there, but yeah, we'll hold on to each other and we'll be stronger for it. There's
no melodrama. Yeah. He straight up said that this beer is better than sex. Right in front of her. Like that's some spicy stuff.
That's some spicy banter.
Right yeah.
I just love that over the course of this whole season's conflict, they essentially did the closed loop thing, just enough. But almost all the conflict felt like it was something born out of the motivations of the characters, since they were almost all of them introduced before the season outside of the cult stuff. And,
yes. The
what's
sisters.
His name?
Oh.
No,
the judge?
No, he's part of the cult.
Saint Germain?
Saint Germain, thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, he's in his own his own little tunnel right now.
But also, one other thing that I think is really cool about the fact that they had the season end this way tonally is that it is a nice callback to the beginning of the show.
True.
Because when the show started, it was very grim and dark, and, you have people talking about how one of them fucked a goat or something like that, or, something like, all that stuff.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. If this was a series finale...
I don't think it would work well as a series finale because this was very much like side arc kind of conflicts, you know?
Okay, but hear me out. I don't think that I think they knew they were getting a season 4.
Yes, totally.
I think they were getting a season 4.
Right, but Hector...
Okay. Hold on. I was just going to say that Netflix specifically doesn't do beyond season 3 for animated shows, usually. I'll just say that. That's usually the way it works. So... the idea that they could have potentially been like, yeah, the main story ended in season 2. This is basically an epilogue story of them trying to be adventurers, and it didn't work. They have to go back to the Belmont Way. It feels very much like they put everyone in the places that they would need to be for, like, where it feels like their characters were eventually going to be anyway.
Yeah, for Trevor and Sypha, I think it could definitely...
for Alucard too. You think so? Like, I feel like Alucard, that's kind of the tragedy of him.
Yeah.
It wasn't handled as well as all the other stuff.
You could have it work for Alucard as well. And given that that's the 3 core characters,
right?
Sure. Yeah. The Isaac and Hector stuff are very much
I agree.
This was
I want
all
more
set up
of that
so that the crazy stuff will happen in the next season.
Right. They're the ones that will bring probably the main initial conflict in season 4.
They're the plot conflicts. Our main 3 characters are just the
happy reactors.
The interpersonal conflict and the banter and all that.
Yeah.
Which, quite frankly, I think is kind of great. Like,
it's
Castlevania nails the banter,
Mm-hmm.
and having the characters not need to worry about the big mechanical structural stuff of plot and story and things like that, I think gives them the space to fully breathe and be their bantering selves and whatnot. And I want Alucard to come back so that way he can rejoin in on the banter and stuff, because talking to puppets is not the same. And sorry, Taka and Sumi, not only were you evil, not only were you bad people, you were also bad banterers. So
you were bad banterers for one. For 2, you were huffing your own smoke out of your ass.
That was
for in my opinion, the worst thing to be brought into Castlevania thus far
is that
Taka and Sumi.
Yeah.
If I did a tier list of characters, storylines, or anything like that, season 1 was basic. Let's be real. There's a lot of basic stuff about season 1. But Taka and Sumi were just what? Just
because one of the other problems I think with it is that Alucard is in a situation where, because of his emotional state, he is not adding a lot of energy to the scenes that he's in.
Nope.
And Taka and Sumi do not make good scene partners.
Nope.
They just don't.
They don't.
And they also are glaringly irrelevant in the grand scheme of the story and everything.
And not just irrelevant. I don't know if Alucard wasn't in such a lonely place, what he would wake up to when he realizes if the story continued, basically. One of the things that's a fun thing to posit in a story specifically is sometimes you can pull out a specific bit of dialogue and be like, does the whole story fall apart because of that one word?
Oh, right.
Or would story
adding one word fix the whole story?
Yeah. That's how you can tell your story's not really
Space Ark of the Last Jedi.
Yeah. But with Taka and Sumi, where would the story have been if it went 3 more episodes?
Well,
it would have been in the exact same place. Nothing would have changed. There was no actual meaningful progression in the story that actually was worthwhile showing. So in some ways, this is the grace and mercy of the writers to be like, no, we get it. This story was entirely written to prove a point that Alucard is going to have trouble trusting people because the people that we're going to write into this encounter here are just there to fuck him, basically.
If only he had an experience like his dad did with his mom. You know?
He only had this season didn't go over a long period of time.
I mean, we got a montage, for them, and that was still enough. It's the thing where it's tonally, thematically, character-wise, I totally get what you're going for.
Yeah.
Just, it took a while to get there. And it wasn't a very engaging ride.
Nope.
But
literally, everything else just being resolved, and even the fact that they resolved it that way, I love this finale.
Yes.
The previous episode and this one, if consumed as a finale package together, it's just we're eating so good. We're eating so good in this show. It's ridiculous. Yeah. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access. You can chat with us in the community there about this show, about animated shows in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.